Good evening, ladies. Actually, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging. I'm silly because it's 1 in the morning. While coming at you with thoughts of the day, I haven't jumped on here late at night in a while. And I thought, by golly, I'm going to do it. I have static cling. It drives me crazy. That's the thing about winter that drives me to drink. I have my light on in the lava lamp. I would turn the phone, but it's kind of a disaster in here. This is like a storeroom. The room formerly known as the child's, where I'm always hanging making videos. Yeah, hang on. Oh, dear. I'm doing this so that I don't fiddle with my hair, thereby getting staticky, and because I'm always fiddling with my hair. I'm a hair fiddler for you new folk. Yeah, I'm just dropping in. I had a lovely time at work tonight, this afternoon. In fact, well, right now it's snowing wildly. I'll show you a video tomorrow of it. I went in, and of course, Amy had changed the store around. And then her husband came in. It was funny because I wore this. I'm really silly. I wore this. I decided for the entire month of February, I'm going to be like loving and all that crap and wear, hearts, moons, stars, and clovers. And so I wore one of those deals. Even after Valentine's Day, I'm doing it. I wore one of those deals, that it's like a headband and it has these hearts that are twanging around. Is that the right word? I doubt twanging around is the right word, but, they bob and weave on the top of your head kind of deal. Yeah, I wore one of those tonight, and Amy's husband came in at one point. He didn't even blink. He just like, "Hi, Lisa, how you doing?" Walked on by, so I got these things. I went outside to have a cig, and it was so windy, I thought those were going to blow off my head. And I'm going to have to do a whole video Monday. Like, I probably won't show myself for the After the Live Gig video. Instead, I'll turn the phone around and take you on a tour. And then I will, read the After the Live Gig video, those who came to the lounge and all that. Because I want to show you the storefront now that they took down the overhang, which I was not for, by the way. I was against that totally. But it's really nice now that it's done. It looks really bright and cheerful down there, ladies and gentlemen. Too bad our lives are never going to be the same and they're completely over, but, you'll have that. I'm sorry, I slipped into reality for a minute. You're going to have to forgive me. I can't always be peppy, Okay, I'm back. Yeah, Buddy Bates always wants me to make a vid, so I'm doing it for him, because Buddy Bates is... What is he? He's the Walter Lash of the lounge. For those who have no clue, oh God, I'm going to tell you. Mick of Mondays with Mick fame, we are going to start back up. There's just a few technical difficulties, like, well, Mick wants to talk about things that I don't want to talk about. He said every time we get on there that he wants to break all the rules. We might. We don't. The rules for the no politics and all that jazz is really for the live gig. So, Mick, if you're watching this, if we do Mondays with Mick and you feel you can't hold it in, it's okay. I don't even have to upload the video if I hate it. Okay, Walter Lash of the lounge. Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. Actually, Mick and I have talked about it before. There's a gentleman in Conneaut Lake. His name is Walter Lash. They had Lash's Auto for like 1,000 years. And it finally, like, he retired and stuff. It was on the east side. And blah, blah, blah. And he's just a really sweet guy. He's more like Mick's age, I think. What am I? I'm going to be 57. Mick's 60-something. And so is Walter Lash. Well, he retired, so maybe he's 65 or something. That seems so weird. But he was always just so nice and friendly. We, like, our standard comparison of individuals was, like, always against Walter. Like, he was our... he was the person by which we judged others. I don't know if that's right, if I'm saying that right or not. Give me a break. It is a little bit after 1 in the morning. Like, for example, Mick went to the dentist a long time ago and came back and said how nice his dentist was and blah, blah, blah. And he said, he's the Walter Lash of dentistry, because Walter's so nice. So Buddy Bates, oh my God, this is the whole purpose of the story, is the Walter Lash of the lounge. He's just a nice person. I don't know how to put it. So if he wants me to do, I'm trying to show you my possum shirt. I almost showed you some other stuff. Whatever I'm in, like at night, I just sleep in it. Other than my jeans or whatever. Anyhow, yeah, so I'm making this video for Buddy Bates and anybody else interested in my silly behavior. What can I tell you? What kind of fun thing? The lounge is set up. And I'm all, pretty excited about it because I got some new chalk material. It takes so little to thrill me. I never heard of liquid chalk or anything but chalk until very recently, like chalk pens. That's actually kind of a different texture than the chalk markers. Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain, but at any rate, it's not regular chalk, but you just sort of use wetness to erase it, and I'm all excited about it. I have a good vibe sending blackboard now that will hang up during the live gig each week with people's names written down when we send the good vibes at the beginning of the show. That'll be like there the whole show. And then, of course, in the beginning, I'll read it from my dry erase board in front of me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, I don't know what else to say other than Amy stayed at work the entire time and she worked on that cork table. I already have my eyes on it. I'm trying to figure out where the heck I would put it in here. I think it could go right here, actually. So I measured it and all that jazz, and I did the jars, and I did some more of the dude jars. It's so funny making these noses, like cartoon noses, you know what I'm saying? Like they look like an owl or a jay. And they have the mustache under them, and a beard, and a goatee, and all the different kinds. And then I did one with anchors all around it, and it says Conneaut Lake. I think it says Conneaut Lake, yeah. So that was my big thrill of the day. I ran the sweeper. There wasn't any foot traffic when I was there, but there was earlier when she was there without me. Hold on. So then I came home and I listened to a live gig that was 3 hours long. It was a rerun that had just ended of this Zachary K. Hubbard individual who I found like 2 months ago, maybe. He's into Gematria, or you can say Gematria. I like saying Gematria, so I'm going to stick with it. It's the act of coding words. Wait a minute. Coding words into letters. No, wait a minute. Coding words into numbers. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. And it comes from the ancient world and all this jazz of Kabbalah. God, I can't think at all. Where in that belief system or whatever, it says that God created the world with numbers, letters, and words. Okay? And then there's codes and all this jazz. It is absolutely blowing my mind, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to tell you, my mind is blown. So I try to look at him, as much as he's on. And I've met some nice people over there. And, so that's what I did. Gematria. It's Gematria. I'm going to say Gematria. You say potato, I say potato. Gematria Effect News. GematriaEffect.news. I'm sorry, I'm really out of it. If anybody from there is looking at this, just forgive me, okay? I doubt Zachary K. Hubbard's looking at my video right now, but, yeah. And then they have a social media thing that he made where you can put whatever and you won't get censored. And, you can't get on there and say hideous things about other people or whatever that are there, like, so-and-so's a total ass, or, stuff like that. There is some protocol, but it's a free speech kind of area. I know that's really strange in this day and age. You don't have to talk in code language, for example. It's really fun. It's kind of set up, I'm going to say in the manner of Facebook, but not really. I mean, you can do a private message, and you have a timeline and stuff like that. So that's fun. Yeah, I've been into it heavily. I got his book. I downloaded his other book. I got a book I sent the front page to Katie. I took a photo of it and sent it to her. Katie Spencer's Katie. She's like, oh my God, I have to have that book. I ordered it for her. She threw herself in her vehicle and read it for days. And then she told Mother about it. So Mother's now into the coding numbers and trying to figure out what's going on. It is wild. It's just wild, ladies and gentlemen. I can't describe it any further. You'll have to check it out for yourself and see what you think. All right, I think I'm going to end on that delightful note. Here in the room formerly known as the Childs and currently known as the Lounging Production Office. Signing off, Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts. Coming at you, let me start again. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Join me in dropping your political identities. Let's focus on issues. Leave labels at the door. Research before you judge. Remember, war is a racket. Don't take my word for this. Check out General Smedley Butler and what he had to say. I'm not going to finish. I did my closing and I'm going to continue because I remembered something during partway through that. Sometimes when I want to just get away from it all and not look at alternative research or look into decoding everything in sight or, whatever, I found a new way to let loose. Not let loose, to be calm. Several people to whom I listen or watch. One is a British guitar player analyzes such and such. And he'll do, like he's a musician, he lives across the pond. And he'll do, I think Pat Hacker watches him. And Watcher, maybe. Watcher watches him, get it? He will do just a band or whatever and kind of sit there and talk about the song and give you details about the particular group and, blah, blah, blah. And he can play all kinds of instruments. And it's really nice. And so then from there, there's a guy called, I think it's called Jamal, a.k.a. Jamal. Or maybe it's the other way around. His real name's Jamal, but people kept calling him Jamal. So he just decided, let's incorporate it into the name of the channel. And what he does is he reacts to things. I love those reaction videos where people that weren't really exposed to a certain genre, there's that word, of music. I'm holding the phone with my right hand. They react to it like as they're videoing themselves and watching the performer. And he was raised in like South Central LA and was mainly exposed to rap music and hip hop, I think. So he wasn't familiar with classic rock and all this jazz, and I just love watching him. Like when he looked at Journey or whoever, his reaction's absolutely adorable. It's wonderful. I live for him, and he's very relaxing. Then there's another fellow named, Kenny, something, is it Kenny or, it's going to drive me nutty. But he's a voice coach, like he's a voice teacher. And he's actually a cousin of Sammy Hagar, of all things. And he, not only can he, like, analyze these singers or whatever, but he can really sing. So he's just a fascinating person, and it's just a way to kick back and relax. And if I can remember what his name, I'll maybe supply a link tomorrow or something. I have to go to sleep, though, ladies and gentlemen. Let's face it, I'm punchy, and I'm not making any sense. So, yeah, that's what I do now, like if I just want to get away from it all. It used to be that I would watch Sister Wives. Is that season going to start anytime soon? Because I might get back to that. I mean, just, you have to, like, get away from whatever this reality is in which we're dwelling, barely. And you'll do just something really mindless and stupid. Sister Wives is my guilty pleasure, as well as, this isn't really mindless and stupid in terms of the music, though. It's kind of uplifting and fun. But it's a way to escape. That's the word for which I'm searching, escape. An album by Journey, by the way. Okay, goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. I live for you. Thanks for watching, Buddy Bates. You better appreciate this. Bye.